Yo, 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 welcome back. It's another episode of Concealed Media. This episode is brought to you by Respect the Plug, sponsored by my man's 420 Twan. And we got a very special guest in the house today. One of my old homies from way back in the day. CEO, Entrepreneur Negro, owner of the largest black-owned valet service in America.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All-time leading receivers in active history.
Yes,
Goddamn,
sir.
you don't know. My boy Shane Allen, Shane the CEO. Welcome to the Concealed Media, my boy.
Welcome.
Appreciate
Appreciate you, man. I'm the old Negro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, man.
Welcome.
Appreciate y'all having me. Man. Beautiful setup.
Appreciate it, man, for real. So, just tell us what brought you here, man. What you got going on? First of all,
I honestly, and I know I said this off the mic, I really respect and appreciate what y'all doing. Being an entrepreneur myself, I know y'all introduced me as one, but y'all are too. You see what I'm saying? And to have like that level to communicate amongst each other and get stuff organized, like that's talent people don't even really have. So like I really appreciate work ethic and y'all doing this. So I know like when you in it doing it, it seems like day to day, but that's real work ethic. And I respect that for real. That's dope.
Appreciate that.
Right. Gotta
like that.
appreciate it.
so I know you said entrepreneur. So when did you officially say that I'm going to be an entrepreneur? I ain't working for nobody else.
Yeah.
I think it was probably about 2 years ago for real. Like everything is pretty much off of like faith and belief. And I don't know what it was. I'm a believer like the Matrix. I think the Matrix is real. You see what I'm saying? Like
Red pill or blue pill?
like I feel like people do the same thing and people be so locked in and life be passing. And there's like another world that we just don't have the information for. But while I was working with like the UPSs and the Amazons and growing through them, something just wasn't right. I was looking like, damn, like I'm gonna probably be doing this same thing, like if I don't make no change for the rest of my life. It's good, you know what I'm saying? But like what drastic change am I gonna do? It wasn't until like later in my career when I started realizing the impact of how I was leading people, and like I was the token black guy at work. I know how to talk to people. I can get results. Just calling it is what it is. So they would utilize, and I started to realize like, damn, I'm making these people all this money. I could be doing this myself. You see what I'm saying? So it was like the end of my career when I realized. So about 2 years ago is when I went 100% in. I was like, turn it all in, and I'm about to just start it for real. So, and we always been hustlers. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing this. I've been doing this. Probably the job that I started since I was like 8 or 9. I had some younger cousins. We went to Atlanta. Y'all might know him, Zach, BC, my brother. We would go and knock on people's doors for like we take your trash out for some month for change. And when you realize and you grow, you're like, man, it's easy to make money.
Yeah.
For real, it really is.
What is the importance of having credit to you?
So the principle of credit is having access to other people's money. All right, and not using yours. So me having to build my business from scratch, like a lot of entrepreneurs, we fund out of pocket. We fund out of our own pocket. We use our money, which be coming from this bill, that bill, to fund our business. But with credit, you have access to it's really an unlimited amount, but you have access to other people's money that you can use and start a business. You see what I'm saying?
Do you have to pay them back?
Yeah, so you do, but
So it's a loan.
And on time.
It's like a loan.
correct. Credit is like a loan, but you look at it like this. If you have a business that generating you money, what equipment or what skill set or people do you need to make more money faster? You see what I'm saying? And the biggest thing with me is reaching multiple people. So like what sets me apart, especially with credit and just running a business from, I don't want to call it an independent contractor or somebody that's heavily involved in their business, but owner-operated business. Like you might find somebody that runs a lawn care company, but they're the one cutting the grass.
Right.
They only can touch a certain amount of people. With credit, you have access to pay other people, get them good equipment. You're touching now, it's like a web of people, and you're just taking a portion off of them, but you're providing them everything. So there is a debt that you got to pay back, but with a successful business model, you're paying that back in a heartbeat. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with real estate. With credit, I'm able to buy whatever real estate or whatever property I like. And especially if I got a strong business strategy, Airbnb, I can make more off of rent. I can go and buy this house. The payback on my loan may be $500, but I'm rent $1,200. So I'm positive, you know what I'm saying, $700. So like that, you're paying yourself back and you're paying off that. And that's the real game of credit. For real. And before credit, I always tell people, what helped me out was you got to understand budgeting. I work with a lot of people that want their credit fixed, but they don't have no money management skills. So I don't even help a lot of people. If somebody say, hey, I need your help, I'm like, hey, what you want help with? They're like, man, I need money. I don't even help them because they don't, like, for real, they don't understand. They're just going to dig themselves in a bigger
You need
hole.
money to do what at this point? Do you
Yeah,
understand
We all
that?
need money.
Well, no, because at one point I needed money and I knew what it's for. Probably I'm late behind on bills. I got kids that need stuff, and
Right.
until you realize how important, like how really important of your kid having new Jordans every single day, and you got to spend money to make money. That should always be the goal. You got to spend money now, and you got to be able to see the return on your money, and that's really what credit helps out with, for real, for real.
We got a lot of problem with that in the black community because, like you said, we'll go buy, a pair of shoes. We don't need that shit. You got white people. Their credit system's already built up. It's within their infrastructure. So how do black people focus on credit and stop get out the money thing, the immediate outcome?
It's gonna sound crazy, but the biggest thing you need to do is understand your budget. Because a lot of people that have credit issues, it all stems from poor money management issues, for real, for real. Once that's fixed, understanding how to create money. I always tell people, especially when it comes to business, your first business is probably not gonna be your dream business. Your first business should be the business that makes you money. So if you're good at selling waters, if you're good at selling clothes, if you're good at, hell, if you're an artist and you can get booked for shows, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got control to be like, all right, I'm taking this 5,000-10,000. I'm taking my entourage out. I'm getting this fit because I know I'm getting 5,000, 10,000 a show, and I can pay that back. So it really should be, you know what I'm saying? But it all comes with, a lot of people want to get the image and the look and all that stuff, and they have no plan on how to make it back. They just know they want to get it. So already having that ideal of money management and then make money. You know what I'm saying? You want to learn how to make money without the credit. You see what I'm saying?
So I guess my question for you is, for people that don't have the best credit, are they able to get things, or is there a way to go around it, or do you feel like we all should have good credit?
I feel like everybody should have good credit, and there's ways to get around it. So you can actually get a copy of your free credit report. Like, we all kind of know what's on there, but you can get a free copy of it. Then, and everybody, like every one of us, can dispute and argue things on our credit report. Obviously, it's like hell, changing your oil. Like, we probably ain't changing the oil, but if we really needed to, we can figure it out, and it's gonna probably take us longer. Same thing with credit. I would go to somebody and start helping them. I mean, like, getting that help to fixing your credit, because again, having access to, I say, unlimited amounts of money, because it's just a system. Once you got a certain credit score and you can go into a bank and get some funding, banks need us to stay in business. So everybody's gonna be throwing you money. Like, it ain't that they run from people. They make smart decisions because you should. You're giving somebody money. Or this person's been late this amount of times. Or this
Why would I give you money?
Why would I
if
give
know
you
you're
money?
not gonna pay me back?
Correct. So, but when you have access to literally do whatever you want, again, that's what the white people are doing. Like, a lot of times we think that these people have so much money. Hell, even like artists and stuff, just people, they got access to credit. But they've been doing this long enough, they know the return. You see what I'm saying? So,
We
definitely.
like the instant gratification.
Yeah, for real, for real. Yeah.
Like-
Self-control too, for real.
Like we mentioned earlier, everybody right now, like, opening your own business is hot. What's the biggest misconception about just going into business for yourself?
That's a good question.
You do not have whatever this free time thing is that people think you have. You actually work more, especially in the beginning.
Then your average 9 to 5.
9 to 5 jobs, like, you gotta look at it like this. When you're an entrepreneur in the early phases, like, that's why I even be telling Penn, like, have them call me, because my work is my day. Like, I'm spending all day talking biz. Like, just call me.
That's right.
Yeah, like, that's what I do. But when I was working my 9 to 5, 40, 60 hours a week, I was only responsible for that time I was at work. I can cut the laptop off, don't email me, boop, and I know that job is gonna be there for that specific period of time. So, but it's kind of one of those things where you really don't know until you experience both sides. Really, like, you appreciate a 9 to 5, appreciate the fact that
The stability.
because when you're at home and people need you, and especially when you're in the early stages trying to make money and trying to do stuff, you're gonna be answering the phones all the time. So
Right.
there ain't this free time that people think. Like, what I do appreciate about the free time is, like, going to my daughter's, schools always got midday events.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, parents can't make it to that for real, but I can. You see what I'm saying? So that's the stuff I value, and that's the time I value, because I can go. But as far as, like, when I'm traveling, I'm working. You see what I'm saying? Especially now with, like, lifestyle branding, like, a lot of this stuff is work. You know what I'm saying? So
Just what's the average day like for you? Because I know you wake up, I know you're in the gym early.
Yeah.
But what's the day like for you?
So I'm probably up. My alarm goes off at 5, but I beat the alarms. Like whatever alarms,
No, that's all right.
yeah, I beat the alarm. So up at 5, I'm probably in the gym at 6:30. But the gym is part of my day. Like I really look at it as like I don't use the gym for like physical strength. It's like really trains my brain. Like if I miss a day in the gym because I'm sick or something, my whole day is gone.
Right.
You
You
can see
feel
it.
it.
Yeah, like I can feel like my whole day is done. I'll probably lay around all day. Get up, and after the gym, hell, since I'm so active and productive in the gym, I start taking calls at that time because I build relationships with people to like the conversation I'm having with you is probably valuable. So you better catch me while I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Catch me while I'm in
While
the
you're in
zone.
that mode.
Yeah, so I be having phone calls at like 7, 8 in the morning. I'll be talking. I'm working throughout the day on my valet company because that's like my biggest company. So I'm probably checking in on employees, seeing what's going on. Relationship building and politicking is like the biggest thing too. Like stopping by, saying hello. Lunch. And then I'm probably shutting the day down like at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. to try to wrap up all of the to-do things I had all day. It's probably pushing to 5. And that's it. I'm probably in bed at like 8. For real, for real.
So early mornings, but not late nights, not too late nights, because
Yeah.
you got to get back up in the morning.
Yeah, and it just ain't, it's honestly not really to do that late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm burnt out. My peak hours are early morning. So if you're talking to me after like 1, 2 p.m., you probably not getting the best of me. I'm still gonna have some information, but like I'm excited after the gym in the morning.
So everybody has a way of like self-care and celebrating like their success. Like, some people might go out and party and stuff like that. Like, what do you do?
I like peace, and it's gonna sound funny, but like I just came back from Myrtle, and we just days where I can relax and get up because I get up in the morning because I can just I'm so peaceful with the least amount of people.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
for
love
real,
that.
for real. So like in the morning at the beach, it ain't nothing but the ocean. Everybody ain't got their radios out. It's just so whenever I can find some time to relax. My daughter, like being able to just give her dedicated time. You see what I'm saying? And I like food, so I celebrate like for real, for like traveling and food. That's my kryptonite. For
Right, there you
real.
go.
Yes.
While y'all picking up these dudes, y'all go like and subscribe at concealmedia.com. Y'all go follow my boy Shane, the CEO.
Follow us.
While we got it, it's a full circle moment for me and for us because we know you specifically. To hear you say you like your peace because we all used to be outside school and all that. So when did the change in your lifestyle coincide with the change in your thought processes and how you elevated up to where you are now?
I always I tell this to like I say this at least twice, 3 times a week. I'm so grateful for the life I have growing up. I was
Nice.
talking to my brother, and I'm gonna take it back from growing up in the hood. The only good thing, and because everybody want to be from the hood. The only good thing about growing up from the hood is actually growing up in the hood. So the experiences of hell, meeting y'all, you know what I'm saying, being outside, you know what I'm saying, whatever the circumstances was. When I got older, I didn't really crave or need that no more. You see what I'm saying? I didn't. At this point in time, again, I got like a real keen sense of like seeing my future and like what do you need to do, you know what I'm saying, to get hell, this place I want to be now, and I gotta be like, if I keep doing what I'm doing, it ain't gonna change. You see what I'm saying? So the first big experience is moving to Miami. I was working for UPS. I'm down there by myself, but being down there by myself, that actually what taught me how to budget. I did not want to come back to Winston-Salem, so I had to learn how to budget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to stay, I was in Miami, so I had to I learned the reason why Miami is called Vice City. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta really have some self-control and just that change.
Right.
Like for real, that change.
Everybody got their vices down
Yeah,
there.
because people come to Miami to have fun. I'm like, man, we didn't have fun our whole life. At ages, we probably shouldn't be having that much fun.
But really though,
For real.
jumped off the porch early.
Yeah, you know.
Too damn early.
So a lot of things were like, especially like older men have fun doing this stuff. I'm like, man, this shit ain't.
Right, we look at the old dude acting all wild.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that is not fun. You know what I'm saying? Keeping money and being able to go where you want, buy what you want. Hell, I was at the restaurant with my family and just saying, hey, I got dinner. Like that stuff feels that stuff feels so good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes me happy.
That's good shit.
Like for
I do
real.
that from time to time, and then
Right,
I
not
go
all the
back. But I go back. I get in the car and I be like, now why the hell we do that? Now, you know damn well.
Right. They ain't bought me a meal and I don't know how to.
Damn well you should have said that. But I say that to say like I do that not all the time, but I do that because it feels good because I know for me like that's where I want to be. So to hear you say that, it's like I'm gonna get to that place where it's nothing. I'm gonna go to the car and be like, damn, that's all we spent.
Yeah.
Damn, we could have spent more. But
Like, for
it'll
real.
get to that point. But I did have a question. We know that you are in a position to where you're able to help businesses make money. But how exactly do you do that? And you don't have to throw out numbers or anything like that, but just kind of give us your process.
Of like how I can help a business.
Yeah.
So one of the common problems of business is lack of funds. So like when you get skilled and knowledge of stuff, like you kind of can find the common denominator with stuff. As far as with businesses, a lot of businesses make the same mistake, which blocks you from getting funding. And it's how you structure your business. I'm gonna throw out some common mistakes that businesses have. It's hopefully it helps somebody. You do not use your residential address as your business address. But when you start one, you don't know. You just do it. When you go to a bank, they gonna spend so much time with you acting like they gather your information. But when they see that, you're already done.
And you're talking about sole proprietorships, like
Well, I'm just talk LLC.
So just-
LLC.
Yeah, I'm talking about like LLC, a structure, like an official like business that's a separate entity from you.
okay.
And like these are the things that will stop that I see all the time. Your email. A lot of people don't understand the process of buying your own domain and having a professional name at yourcompany.com. And we got this big misconception. A lot of people think Gmail is like
Right.
the one to go
Popular,
to.
but ain't
That ain't the
it.
one. You'll go to the
Correct.
bank, they're gonna say no. Well, having a simple website, like so you gotta look at credit and building businesses. It's like how you would give somebody money. You would look at their stuff and you'd be like, so your phone number is your cell phone number? You know what I'm saying? Like when you can
don't
go
have a
up,
business phone
yeah,
number?
you don't have a business or 800 number. So a lot of common problems on a lower level is just setting your business up for success. You see what I'm saying? And then hell, once you get going, making money and like I call it like bouncing ideas off people's head. Like I want to know what your business is, and let's walk through scenarios of how you're gonna make money. Then we talk about how you're gonna make money and the funds you need, because a lot of people think they need more money than what they actually need.
Right.
The goal of a business is not to have. I mean, you can have unlimited funds, but at some point your business has to make money. So you know what I'm saying. So let's get the ground running. And that's really the common things: getting businesses structured or getting entities structured correctly, and then going and help building them to be successful. Buying the teams, you know what I'm saying? But I got 16 years of corporate leadership, operational leaderships. I know how to help find and develop teams for people and finding people that can help you. You know what I'm saying?
So let's go back to basically when you were talking about working your 9 to 5. Like, let's talk about the importance of working the 9 to 5 and how it has helped you, you know, make the decisions and help the people that you've been able to help.
So one thing that and it's, you kind of realize, hindsight 2020. One of the reasons why I've been so successful at my 9 to 5 when I was one was I was an empathetic leader. I had issues, and I know real people that has real issues and barriers coming to work. When you get to work, I was that person that was understanding. I can tell when you BSing me trying to get over it, but I was real empathetic. So I can talk. I can get anybody to do pretty much whatever I need them to do, like for real, as far as work.
And that goes back to high school. Like, when I tell you, like,
Hey, don't jump off this
back
building.
to
Yeah, like for
Shane
real,
told me
and
to.
so like it's kind of like a superpower, and I don't abuse that because it's at the end of the day we're here to work. This ain't no fun place, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a
everybody
gift.
can't do that.
Yeah, so I've been able to, hey, I have an opportunity. Let me know what works with you. Here's what I'm offering. Here's what we're gonna like. How does that work? You know, so I'm very understanding because it has to work for me too. You know what I'm saying? So being empathetic helps out. And then an important part of that 9 to 5 for people that are working it. I know a lot of people like, oh, quit your 9 to 5. It's like a guaranteed income. Like it's a check you can count
know
on.
you're getting paid
Yeah,
every
like
2 weeks.
for real. It's like a guaranteed income. So I recommend if you can start on certain days or start creating your business, still work your 9 to 5. You see what I'm saying? Because it makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? Then that's the even better reason to have credit. Because now you can pay somebody. If the numbers make sense, you can pay a general manager or an admin to do stuff while you're at work. You see, because you're going to make the money back.
That's how the business starts. You're paying people to do different parts of what you're trying to get done. But I want to talk about streams of income.
Okay.
Because a lot of you've been talking about is intellectual property, but people don't really understand that that's valuable as hell. God dang, you got somebody asking you, how do you do this? You telling somebody like maybe let's talk about maybe the podcast thing. People didn't know how to upload podcasts and all this other stuff, but now we think about it now like it's real easy. But people was gatekeeping that
Yeah.
that information.
Right.
So, how do you present your information, and how do you feel like that in this time and age? Like when people get their information now, they just ready to run with it.
I tell people, so when you're seeking information for somebody, you need to ask them as many questions, and they should be able to answer every single question that you should have. A lot of people I talk to, they be like, "Oh, I thought you was scamming," but I'm like, I'll get on the phone with you and talk about every scenario, because I think what I'm
You're not
doing,
scamming.
yeah, I think what I'm doing is right to the T. And if I do find a kink or a mistake, it just makes me correct that and make it better. Like so,
Right.
and with me, if I'm talking to somebody, somebody doing my yard or doing up under my house, I'm gonna ask you a million questions. You better be able to answer because I want to feel comfortable with doing business with you. So I tell a lot of people, ask as many questions as you can. And yeah, I mean, that's just like for real, just ask as many questions as you can to get the information. And that person that's giving it to you should be willing to explain every single thing to you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? 'Cause they should be confident in what they're doing.
You were talking about LLCs. Like, can your business make money without you having an LLC?
So technically it can, because then you'll be like a sole proprietor or like an individual, like a sole proprietor. And I always tell people, same how I was like, make money before you get credit. You need to know how to make money before you create an LLC.
Right.
A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to create this LLC and start this. Like, no, you want to start making money, and then you want to transfer and start converting everything over. Like, because creating an LLC does not give you the idea. So if you can make, or if you are making money, then it makes it even better. You can go ahead and create the LLC, but don't think it's going to work the other way around.
Is there ever a scenario where like you won't need a LLC? Like if it's better to go a different route?
So, man, it's LLCs and entities, man. It's all like, and I'm gonna try to keep it easy, like digestible as possible. It's like creating a separate entity. So, for one example, if I own a home and I got tenants in my home, and let's say a cabinet fall and hurts one of them, that person can sue me and everything I have. As an LLC or a limited liability company or a different entity, if I put that house, I'm using an example, in that LLC, just that LLC, which only owns that house, is getting things. So there's like liability things. There's a way to. It's like creating an LLC effectively is like creating a whole new individual. It's an entity. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We're an entity, so it's like creating a whole. So there's liabilities and things you can do to what you will want to separate it for, and it's good for taxes too. Like we get taxed if we make any money 9 to 5, and we got because we got to report everything. We're going to get taxed like crazy. So a lot of people create LLCs for tax purposes. It's for real, for real.
That's a gem right there. Y'all got to pick that one up.
Yeah, definitely. So, our other host, Ray, she's not here today, but she did send us a couple of questions, and I have one question that I definitely want to ask you. So Ray asked, she said, what advice do you have for establishing our children's credit early? I think that's a great question.
So it's kind of like the reverse effect of how I had my credit ruined when I was a kid. I had light bills and stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't. But there's actually like the reverse effect. And there's an age limit. I don't know if it's 14, 15, 16, but when you have solid or good credit history, you can just you can add anybody. It ain't even just your child. You can add your mom, you can add your siblings, husband, wife, girlfriend, but you can add your child as an authorized user, and they just gather and get all of that credit history and them credit limits for nothing, no card, no nothing. You see what I'm saying? And it establishes credit is a journey, so you might as well get that journey started early. So I would put them on accounts where you already have positive credit history. Don't put them on a recurring bill. Put them on one of your credit cards or something like that, because especially for credit card that you ain't really using, add them on there because they're gonna get the benefits too early. You see?
Nice.
You know,
She had another question that I wanted to do, and then I'm totally out of questions. But make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are not following Shane, the CEO, follow him on Instagram. He has a lot of gems for y'all. But she definitely asked us, what are some hard charges to get off of your credit?
hard. Open accounts will be the hardest. Stop disputing open accounts. Like that is, and everything is pretty much like a system. It's like an SOP, but if you were late on an open account, a lot of people think they're going to dispute all negative history. The account is open.
Not happening.
It's not happening. They right as soon as you say this ain't it, they go like, is it? We're the easiest. They got the easiest access to you.
Right. It's right here.
Yeah, it's right here. But then on the flip side, as far as the easiest, I'm gonna say that because pretty much everything, there's like guidelines and rules and laws for a lot of things, and inaccurate information is a big one. A lot of people get accounts sold to other people, and the original person who you had ain't involved. That's illegal. So it's a lot easier to get stuff off that's closed
Okay.
than something that's open, because clearly you got that relationship with that open plane. So
Right.
the hardest thing, like I said, which it shouldn't be hard after this point, is stop disputing open stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else, if you break down your credit report, a lot of student loans, there's probably information that's different on TransUnion, Equifax. They might have you was late this date. The other place might say you're late this date, or they might say you have this balance. And the other place, it's all kind of ways to get stuff off your report.
Okay.
And everything too is YouTube or Googleable.
Yeah.
That's
You are not
For
lying.
real.
that's fact.
So you done dropped a bunch of gems, but this about you. So you talked about the valet business. What's some of the other businesses you got?
So I do a business development business. So with my valet business, I started working with a lot of contractors or people that have their own businesses, and just building them from like some of them same mistakes that I say it's easy to fix. So I help develop and build them and set people up for funding. I do business funding as well and partner a lot with businesses. So if somebody brings me a good idea, they need the funding. For an example, like one of these boat up at Lake Norman, I fund it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a business transaction, so I do fund. I look at stuff like real estate as I have real estate, but like real estate is like valuable to me, and like the just everything about the asset of real estate. So I love real estate.
Commercial or residential?
Residential, yeah, residential. What else? I missing anything back there? And that's pretty
What's
much
the
it.
name of your like
Yeah, yeah.
Prestigious Valet.
prestigious
Yeah,
valet?
we got Prestigious Valet. Yep.
And you mentioned real estate. I know we talked about this before, just me and you. Your first property was in Miami. Was that the first one you bought?
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah, and I love that place. I'll probably go back. But
Oh, you
yeah.
can cool down that way?
Yeah, I lived in Orlando for a little bit. When I was working this corporate job, like I was real good. Like for real, for real. Like I even said I'm gonna put like my resume up and completely like just drop it. Like I was real good. So I would transfer to different jobs and they would promote me. Hell, that's like I said, that's how I went to Miami. That's how I went to Atlanta, Orlando. I would go and launch buildings. Even like my end of my
Nice.
career for Amazon, I was what we call like a station leader. So the whole building was mine. And every aspect of the station was mine. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's cool. I like how those, especially when you get to Miami and Atlanta and cities like that, they're more willing to look out, especially for young black men like yourself. You go down there, this people are aged in leadership positions, which you don't see like a lot of that in North Carolina and stuff like that. But to wrap it up, just where do you see yourself, in 5 to 10 years? You got a lot of gyms, you got a lot of plans, but what is your ultimate goal?
So I do a lot of meditating, and my happy place is big house with like an in-law suite with my family. I want everybody at my place. Like I'm gonna be the one that provides the kingdom for my family.
Nice.
Right.
And just spending time with each other, like time and family really is valuable. So
It really is.
learning credit, learning how to get access to funding, to build wealth that ain't yours, like, and being together with your family. I feel like that's like my purpose for real, for real. So I try not to be too greedy. Of course I want to travel, I want Tesla trucks, and I want all that stuff. But like, as far as being happy is like providing peace for my family, and like that'll probably be peace for me. You see what I'm saying? So just putting everybody in there, real.
That's pretty much what bosses do, like taking care of everyone around them. So
Like I can't really see, I really can't see or other people or like my family, like, cause this shit is hard. Like y'all know, I can't even imagine the stress y'all go through that y'all don't even share with each other. Just
Right.
because I know what I go through, I can't imagine my family bearing that, cause they got their own stuff that I don't see. I don't want them to. I'm gonna have to be the one to really, for my daughter, for everybody. Y'all know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like all of us go through things behind closed doors
that no one will ever know about.
that nobody would ever just really know about. And I don't want, knowing that, I don't want that on other people, like for real, for real. So I have to be the one. I can
Lessen
do
the
it.
burden.
Yeah, for real, for real. I'm gonna be the
Make it
one.
not so hard. I mean, yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I got one more question. Just it's a 12, 13-year-old and on the east side of Winston right now. What advice would you give them to get to the level where you at?
That's tough, man, because it's not tough. But I say that because when you growing up as a kid, you don't really realize till you become adult how many misguided people are really around you. And it's not their fault. They just didn't have the guidance.
Ignorance.
So really, truly be who you are and enjoy, and just don't do stupid stuff. I say that because family members in my family growing up, they used to always tell me, "Well, you got the most book sense in the world and got no common sense." Just
That's
because I
fine.
guess, like for real, if I ain't got no common sense, I got the most book sense. But in hindsight, I got a lot of common sense
Yeah,
because
definitely.
people are common. So I ain't got as much book sense as people thought. So, but that was just me, just being myself. Like, be yourself and don't do dumb stuff. Like, cause you gotta still enjoy being a kid. Cause once you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit gets real.
yeah, like it's like responsibilities. They don't stop building up. So like, enjoy
Definitely.
being a kid and like just take your time for real. Don't do dumb stuff.
Yeah,
Like for
don't
real.
grow up too fast. For sure.
Yeah.
Golly.
Wow. We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you for sure.
For real.
You definitely gave free game, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You gotta pay for this next
Gotta
time.
charge next time. Yeah,
Next
real
time
talk.
they gotta
Appreciate
pay for
y'all.
the
Yeah,
game.
about to put some of that on Patreon. We ain't made it yet, but Patreon, Conceal Media.
I appreciate
But, no,
y'all having me. For
We
real.
definitely appreciate you. Can you tell everyone all your social media platforms
Yeah.
where they can find you at?
Absolutely. So I'm easy. You can find me on every single platform at Shane the CEO. All right, Shane the CEO, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, Shane the CEO. And kind of like I mentioned earlier, hit me up. I'll write back. I do got admins, but I like to have personal conversations because that's how I do business. I want to talk to you because it's funny. I know we're about to wrap it up and stuff like that, but like,
Wrap it up,
I don't
man.
want to give people bad information. Like, that's not what I'm here to do. I even got a car at home that I'm gonna sell. It's just sitting there, and it's in perfect condition. But I'd rather sell it to a dealership because it'll be somebody's luck to buy it, and something happens to it, and I feel bad. See what I'm saying? So I talk to me. I'm gonna be as honest as possible because I feel extremely confident in what I'm doing, and I will and I can help anybody out there in any situation.
Nice.
For real.
Yeah. Well, thank you for tapping
Appreciate
in
y'all,
with
man. I
us.
appreciate
Kinda
y'all,
wrapped it up.
man.
Make
Tap in.
Make sure that y'all follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, of course, Instagram, Conceal Media.
Yep.
See you, me.
And we bought by Respect the Plug. For my guy.